Girl, say cheese.
Say hey guys.
Cap and a stem, catch a wave on us. Take a shot, make a friend, just enjoy the moment. Blue sky walking on these haters.
What up, Stack Gang? It's been a minute. It's been a really long time, actually.
Yeah. Still filming on the iPhone.
It's been a long couple months. The camera's still in the works. We're trying to figure it out, but it'll be here soon, I promise. So I'll come to this side. So today we're just gonna be filming a brief life update, what we've been up to the past month since we haven't really posted, and we're gonna talk about the birth story of Kyrie, our daughter. We've gotten a lot of questions about it after we did Sterling, so we wanna do that for you guys. And by the way, we reached 1,000 subscribers.
We did.
We almost had 1,050. So I just want to thank you to all the new people that are here. We love you. We want to get to know you. And I know you guys want to get to know us better, so we're going to be posting more regularly.
And if you're one of the first 1,000, go ahead and like this video. You know who else still watching?
Let's try to get 1,000 likes. Oh my gosh, that's crazy to say. Say hi, guys.
All right. So.
Let's just get on into the video.
Yes. You're going to have to refresh me. I'll fill in, but you start.
Okay.
Because we'll start with the birth story.
Oh, we want to start with the birth story?
Or what do you want to do?
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's cool.
All right.
Okay, so Kyrie was born on May 24th, 2017, but that was a Wednesday. I went into labor on a Monday. The Preds, it's a hockey team in Nashville, they went to the finals, and so all of our friends were like, let's go out, like downtown's gonna be so much fun, and
I was super pregnant at this point.
It was huge.
Like any day. Insert
Picture here. It was ginormous. And so I was like, okay, like I'll rally. I'm feeling good. Like I'm not swollen or anything. Like let's do it. And so like we get downtown, and when you're downtown, you like park in one spot and then just walk everywhere. Actually, I think we Ubered. We Ubered.
Ubered because everyone's drinking.
Yeah, so we walked
Except
everywhere.
Abby.
Yeah. And I remember we started basically at Bridgestone and then made our way all the way down Broadway to Acme, which is like a solid 4 blocks. So when you're pregnant, like 4 blocks is a lot. So we make it down there, like we were out all night. We probably didn't leave until like 1 a.m. I felt fine the whole night. Like I was having fun, talking to people, like just being out. And once we got in the Uber on the way home, I was like, okay, like I'm feeling things. Like really hard cramps and contractions.
And we had an appointment scheduled for the next day.
Yeah, so we had an appointment scheduled for the next day. And I was like, I feel weird, like my stomach hurts, and I'm in a lot of pain. Like Thomas has been drinking. So we get back to the house, and like 2 of his buddies were staying with us. I DD'd all the way from Bellevue and drove us all the way home because we lived in Cool Springs, which is about a 40-minute drive. And so by the time I get home, I'm like in a lot of pain. And I'm like, I don't feel good. And Tom's like, just sleep it off, like you're fine, because he was really tired.
And she had been having like Braxton Hicks cramps or whatever for like at least a month.
Yeah.
Before we had gone to the hospital because we thought she was going into labor, and they were like, no, you're just having Braxton Hicks. So I didn't take it that seriously.
Yeah, so I was like, it felt differently, and I was like, there's something really happening here. And so I like got in the bathtub. It was like 2 a.m, just like ran the hot water and was just like sweating. I eventually fell asleep, like got in bed, fell asleep, and Thomas like wouldn't take me seriously. Mind you, he had been drinking, so I was like, okay, like whatever. But that would have been pretty funny if I had to drive myself to the hospital that night because no one else could. So then we wake up the next morning.
Where was Sterling?
He was at the house. We just put him to bed when we got home.
I'm saying who watched him.
Your mom watched him that night.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked him up from your mom's and went back to Cool Springs. So the next morning, Thomas's like best friend Jalen was staying with us, and his brother was, shout out to Jay and Joe. And we had to meet his dad to drop him off. So I'm about to go to doctor's appointment, and that whole morning, like I was feeling dead. Like didn't even have the energy to like shower or like put on cute clothes. Just wore like black leggings and a black t-shirt. It was like, oh my gosh.
Color.
So we dropped off Jalen to his dad, and it just was like a normal day. I had a doctor's appointment at like 1 o'clock. And so we went to Bargain Hut, which we've never gone to before. It was the first and last time we've ever gone. We got like random stuff like paper towels and a shower curtain, and I was like, Thomas, like I can't even walk around the store. Like I kept having to stop and just like letting the contraction hit me, and then just like keep moving. And
so we went to the hospital.
well, no, I had a doctor's appointment. Just like
She's at the hospital.
well, yeah. So my doctor's out of the hospital, but we went to just regular doctor just for a checkup. And she took one look at me and was like, "You're having this baby today," and I was like,
No, that's not what happened.
"Yes, it was."
Yeah, but you missed the part where I wasn't there.
Oh yeah. Thomas.
So we went to the appointment, and we had been waiting for a while. It was probably like 15 minutes, and I really had to poop. So I went to the bathroom, and I guess LB? She came in while I was in the bathroom, because it took me like another 10-15 minutes to go.
This man.
And then when I came back, they're like, "So Abby's going into labor, and y'all gonna have a baby today."
And he thought we were like trying to play a prank on him.
Because it would make perfect sense. Like, of course, the time I'm gone, you're gonna be like, "She's having a baby."
Well, he told me at first, he was like, "Don't let her say anything before I come back." But I literally didn't even get to say one word before she walked in. I was like, "You need to go to the hospital." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Okay, can you say this again when Thomas gets here? Because he's not gonna believe me if I tell him."
And so she told me, she was like, "Y'all having a baby today, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, the first thing I said is, "You're kidding." And I sat down because I thought like it was a joke for real. She's like, "No, really, y'all are having the baby today."
And we were like, okay. So like we literally had Sterling with us. All I had was like I think my wallet with me. Like, we had nothing. We weren't prepared in the slightest. And so I just called my mom because they live really close, and I was like, "Hey, can you come get Sterling? Like I'm having the baby." And she was like, "Oh my gosh, are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm walking to the hospital right now." And so like we walked over, and I was checking in and all that type of stuff, and my contractions are just killing me. And so probably about an hour goes by after I finished all like the paperwork, and I got into a room, and the ladies were like, "Oh my gosh, like you're really progressed." Like I was very dilated already. Like this is gonna be a quick one. This was probably about like 3 o'clock at this point. Wouldn't you say?
I don't remember times, but
Yeah.
And they always say your second baby comes faster than the first.
Which is facts. That's very true. And Thomas had a final that day.
Oh yeah. Wait, did I study the whole time?
Yeah, like the whole time I was in like pre-labor.
While we were doing prep, I had to study for like a
He
final
was sitting, the whole time I was getting prepped, you were sitting in the waiting room studying, and your mom and Joe were sitting in the room with me.
Yeah.
And your mom was grading papers.
That was final that night or the next morning?
It was due that night.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember because it was so funny because his mom and his brother were just like sitting in the room with me, so I wasn't in there by myself. And the nurse was like, "Are you Mr. Richard?" And he was like, "Yeah, but not the one you're looking for." And just like, it was so funny. And Mr. Shard just like cracked up. But so basically they were like, they asked Mr. Shard and Joe to leave because they were like, "Oh my gosh, like you have to start pushing right now." Because I just, right when I got there, I begged for that epidural. I was like, "Give it to me now before it's too late," because I refuse to give birth without one. And highly recommend to anyone that doesn't want to feel pain while giving birth. And so they called Thomas back, and he was just in there, and I'm not lying to you, I pushed one time.
Yeah, it went by super quick.
It was just one push.
There was no movie theatric, there was no yelling.
Nope.
No pain, really.
It was just one big,
yeah, and she was here.
and then they were like, "Surprise!" And I literally, like, I looked at Thomas, and I was like, "It's over? Like, I'm done?" And they're like, "Yeah, you're done."
Yeah.
No stitches. No, I didn't have stitches with either of the kids. It was super easy. Easy recovery. 2 days later, I was walking around the track trying to get back in shape.
And Kyrie was born with a lot less hair than Sterling.
She's a little baldy, and she did not
Kyrie.
look like either of us at all.
Yeah.
Like, at all. We were like, okay, we had an alien baby because she's not ours. Kai.
Kyrie.
Coco's on, and so she's just locked in.
Let's see what she'll say.
Kyrie! Come here!
Yeah, anyways, the day
She doesn't want nothing
of
to
the
do with me right
birth
now.
was super surprising and exciting, but the actual event was
It was like anticlimactic.
10 minutes and she was here.
And Sterling wanted no parts of her.
Yeah. They still get into it, but they play a lot more now.
Yeah, but Sterling, like, when he saw her, he was like, first of all, who is this? Why are my parents holding them? And he took one look and just started screaming. We're like, oh, this is great. Like, we love it.
He's a wild man.
He's insane. They just started going to daycare, so they're really coming into their own. and they're wild. Kyrie. So that was the birth story of Kyrie. She's crazy, spur of the moment, which I guess kind of plays into the fact of how she was born, because it was crazy and spur of the moment. But she's here. And ladies, if you ever want an easy way to go into labor, just go out downtown and walk a couple miles, and then it will happen immediately. So
Yeah.
Cap and a stem, catch a wave on us. Take a shot, make a friend, just enjoy the moment. I'm Luke Sky walking on these haters.